BJP's SS Ahluwalia, BJP's leader of opposition in Lok Sabha Sushma Swaraj, NDA ally Sharad Yadav, along with leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha Arun Jaitley. Now the NDA leaders have decided that they will meet Prime Minister Manmohan Singh to demand the removal of Karnataka governor.
The NDA strongly condemns the action of the governor of Karnataka in sending a report to the central government. The governor's conduct is partisan. It defies all constitutional norms and principles. There is absolutely no doubt that the government headed by Shri B.S. YEDDY enjoys an overwhelming majority in the Karnataka Assembly.
All right, Jabaki Borthakur, our correspondent, is joining us live from New Delhi to get us the latest. Jabaki, a lot of drama there. How do you see the situation developing now with the recommendation now being studied by the centre?
Well, the situation is only going to get more and more heated up as the hours pass by, because you see the entire drama unfolded when Hansraj Bhardwaj was in Delhi on Saturday itself, when he spoke to media persons saying that after the Supreme Court verdict, he's not going to really lie low. So clearly, after he went to Bangalore, and just within hours of reaching Bangalore, he sent this particular proposals to the centre. So clearly, this shows that he is keen and intent on keeping his word. What he says is that last time in the trust board, whatever happened was unconstitutional,
right,
and the Supreme Court has upheld that. That is, of course, his side of the story. But what the BJP has to say is that the governor is just trying to score political points. He's creating this entire ruckus when, as of now, the facts are a totally changed set of facts where
right,
the BJP MLAs are giving the support. So clearly, in the next few hours, we would have 120 MLAs from Bangalore coming to the capital and going to the president itself, and also the top leaders like Sushma Swaraj, L.K. Advani, Nitin Gadkari going and meeting the president themselves with
right,
this particular protest.
Jabaki, what are the odds that the recommendation to the centre of the governor may actually backfire on the governor himself? Because we have been seeing how the BJP has very strategically planned this whole agitation out, their response here, getting along their allies as well with themselves.
About the possibility of a backfire at the moment, because you see what the governor has done is he has exercised his powers under Article 356, but whether or not this is a constitutional exercise, it's a big question. So clearly, even the governor's actions are subjected to judicial review. So if the BJP wishes to take a legal stand on this and follow the legal path, then they might definitely file another petition in the Supreme Court asking for a bench to do a judicial
right,
review of the governor's actions. So clearly, now that you have asked this question, it is true that the governor in this particular case, of course, there's a huge chance that it may boomerang, but only events of the next few hours would clearly tell whether or not this is going to have, in fact, a snowballing effect on him itself.
All right, Jabaki, thanks so much for joining us and giving us details there on this big developing story. Meanwhile, let's go across to Shruti Sodhi, who is now going to tell us what are the options now before the government.
Well, the ball is in our centre's court now is to decide what it will do. The first option, we're looking at 4 options here. Let's talk about the first option. The centre might just follow the governor's advice. That is, it might just accept the governor's report, and it can dismiss and dissolve the YEDDY government, dissolve the assembly there. Now, that's the first option. In case it rejects it, we do remember that this is governor's second call for president rule in the state. Last time was in October, and that time also the centre had rejected it. Now, if it does reject it this time as well, then it means the YEDDY government is safe and it stays. The third option is that it recalls the governor, and this would mean that they're admitting to governor's a political role, which ideally we do know governor is supposed to be apolitical, and BJP often has accused the governor H.R. Bhardwaj of taking a political role, adopting a political mask. But if the centre does this, it will be quite an admission. Now, the fourth option we're looking at, what the centre might do, is that it might delay the decision, which means it allows the political theatre to unfold for more elements to jump in to see how the situation really pans out in the coming days.
Next has accessed the governor's report recommending President's rule in Karnataka, which the governor has sent to the centre. NewsX has learnt from that the governor alleges there is a complete breakdown of the constitutional machinery in the state. H.R. Bharadwaj says that there is rampant corruption in the state and that the Chief Minister as well as the Speaker have manipulated the previous trust vote, countering any move to provide for the support for 11 rebel MLAs that have joined the force with the BJP rank and file again. Bharadwaj says that the support is irrelevant now, even suggesting that the Karnataka State Assembly should be kept in suspended animation. And the governor going on to say that the BJP is likely to indulge in horse trading to gain the support of the rebels. Now, BJP legislators from Karnataka are holding a demonstration at the Mahatma Gandhi statue on MG Road in Bangalore. The legislators are led by Chief Minister B.S. YEDDY. BJP state spokesperson and former Central Minister Dhananjay Kumar says that the governor's initial acceptance had indicated that Yeddurappa had survived the crisis. However, Yeddurappa is all set to parade all these MLAs supporting him before the president this evening to prove majority in the state assembly.
We have passed a unanimous resolution in the legislative party meeting to recall governor. Tomorrow we are going to meet Honorable President of India and also Prime Minister. All our MLAs and our All India leaders, our MPs are joining with us. And tomorrow we are going to meet and explain everything to the our All India leaders.
Mr. Yeddurappa, will you meet the governor and explain why, ask him why he has done this?
I don't think not necessary now.
Don't worry, governor has to go back. He has to be recalled. He has no business to stay here. The man seems to be in a hurry. He wants to murder democracy. We will not allow it. We will fight it out politically and also legally. I am confident ultimately success will be ours.
The political climate in Karnataka continues to be hot this summer as the BJP took to the street against the governor's recommendation. MLAs, MLCs and members of parliament took to the street staging a protest. We have the law minister, Mr. Suresh Kumar. Mr. Suresh Kumar, one thing that we see is what is the protest, what is the concern that the BJP has now?
See, ultimately, subsequent to the Supreme Court judgment, our 10 MLAs, they have expressed this unconditional support to this government. That proves that this government enjoys an absolute majority. This being the case, the very attitude of our governor in sending a special report to the centre, asking them to keep the assembly under suspended animation, amounts to total discard for the democratic norms.
So one thing that the governor says in his report is the fact that on the days the trust vote happened, the government was a minority government. Keeping that in mind, all these recommendations have been made. What is your opinion on that?
Mr. Hansraj Gupta is supposed to be a legal luminary because of his long standing as a law minister. He should know that any action cannot be a retrospective action. Here was a beautiful opportunity for the governor to ask us to prove our majority again under the changed circumstances. So instead of that, it is a clear case of indication of partisan attitude on the part of the governor.
But are you going to go to Delhi, put pressure on the president, the prime minister and all that?
Now, a decision has been taken to that all our MLAs will move to Delhi. And by night, we may meet Her Excellency President of India and urge her to intervene and see that such disaster will not happen in this case.
So clearly here the BJP on a war path as far as this particular issue is concerned, and looking at a situation where these MLAs, MLCs who are protesting on the streets of Bangalore certainly ready to take the fight on to Delhi now, as they say. So this fight is just begun. With Satish Vijay, NewsX, Bangalore.
Right, our correspondent Vaishnavi Vittal now joins us from Bangalore with the latest. Vaishnavi, how is the scene unfolding at the MG Road over there? A lot of support coming in for the BJP.
Well, absolutely. absolutely. The BJP has upped its ante. They are now determined to seek the recall, to ask for the president of the country to recall the governor, His Excellency H.R. Bhardwaj. Now the BJP is saying that they have the numbers 120 in the Karnataka Legislative Assembly, and that there's no need for the governor to really disturb the government, to cause any kind of instability in the government. And that's why today they came out on MG Road. They held a rally of protest. We had senior BJP leader Venkaiah Naidu.
Right.
You also had Dharmendra Pradhan, who is in charge of the state of Karnataka, and there were other MLAs as well who were present, and they said that it's important that Hansraj Bhardwaj be called back now because he is acting like an agent of the Congress. He's not acting in a impartial and fair manner, and that the Raj Bhavan has literally become a Congress Bhavan, and that they're only trying to upstage the entire issue and kind of ask for B.S. Yeddyurappa to step down. But the BJP has made it clear that they do want B.S. Yeddyurappa to continue as the Chief Minister, and that he will complete the rest of the term as well.
All right, Vaishnavi, thanks so much. Clearly the BJP on the warpath here. Meanwhile, let's go over to Tamil Nadu, where it was a great day for Jayalalitha, AIADMK Supremo. She was sworn in as the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister for the third time at the Central Hall of the Madras University. Along with her, 33 other ministers were also sworn in, out of which 25 are new faces in the cabinet. Now, Jayalalitha has also decided on allocation of key portfolios. She said she will be keeping the Home Ministry with herself, while O. Pannirselvam will be the new Finance Minister. C. Shangamugavelu is all set to be given Industries Ministry, while S.S. Krishnamurthy is to get Food. G. Senthamism will get Information, while Mariam Pichai will be handling Environment Ministry. Also, Jayalalitha there listing out her priorities at the onset. Restoring law and order, she said, is going to be topping her list, and a big challenge would be to put the economy back on track. Also, Jayalalitha looking to bring down the prices of some of the essential commodities and relief from perennial power cuts. All right, those are the priorities very clearly listed out by Jayalalitha. In fact, Jayalalitha was sworn in as the Chief Minister, as we mentioned, for the third time a short while ago. And largest ever ministry, 33 ministers, along with her 34 in the state since independence. She will be retaining the home and police portfolios. That's the latest. And what we know now is that Jayalalitha's carefully chosen new ministry looks to be a blend of experience and youth, and more weightage given to youth over here. Most of the ministers are making their maiden entry into the state cabinet. With that, we're slipping into a very quick break, but on the other side, the RCA wants spatters getting dirtier. Shane Warne has lashed out on Twitter against RCA's secretary. We'll tell you what he said in that tweet. Stay with us, we'll be back.
NewsX IPL Cricket Bonanza. Your chance to win big every day. Today's question is, if you know the answer, SMS NewsX space A, B, C or D and send it to 56767. Stay tuned to NewsX or log on to newsx.com. Get the daily question right for 7 days and you could win a Samsung AC. Answer all questions correctly during the tournament and win 2 tickets to Mauritius. It's brought to you by MTS. Stay ahead with the new MTS Pulse from HTC. MTS, a step ahead. IIPM ranked amongst top 5 B schools in India and number 1 in global exposure. And Tata Manza, a class apart.
Manapuram Gold Loan, ab life banaya aasan.
When performance matters and practicality counts, a new beginning unfolds. Get geared and fuel your passion for living cars. A show for real car users who like utility and not just the excitement and fun. So tune into Living Cars at these times on NewsX.